many Virginians want somebody who's authentic, who is a truth teller, who has vision, who has integrity, and that man is Jim Webb. From the 74th Delegate District, my good friend, Don McEachin.
Dedicated his life to public service as a community organizer, civil rights attorney, and leader in the Illinois State Senate for 7 years, a graduate of Columbia University, the Harvard Law School, the first African-American editor of the Harvard Law Review, was sworn into office in January 2005, and he stands for everything that we all stand for, no matter whether you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent. He is for what's good for America and for this world. So with that, I'll send it to Barack Obama.
How's everybody doing in Virginia? I'm fired up. I am fired up. You fired up too? Yeah. I am fired up about our candidate, but let me first of all thank Mayor Ewell for the outstanding leadership he has shown in this city. We appreciate it. Congresswoman Leslie Byrne, who has set the stage for so many people throughout, not just here in Virginia, but across the country. Thank you for all your great service. But I have to say that I'm here for one primary reason, and that I need some help in the Senate. I need some help in the Senate. And you know, the last time I came to Virginia, we needed some help in the State House, and we got that with Tim Kaine. And so I thought, well, let's see if we can do it one more time here in Virginia. You know, I have been traveling all across the country on behalf of Democrats, on behalf of progressive causes. I've been north, south, east, west, and middle. And everywhere I go, I get the same sense from people that they want to see a change. Yeah! They have a sense that somehow we've gone off track. That we can do better than we're doing right now. In fact, you know, a while back, you won't normally hear me quote Newt Gingrich, but Newt Gingrich was interviewed a while back, and the reporter was reading the record, Jim, of Republican mischief. And he said, well, look, you know, it looks like the deficit's blown up, and we haven't done anything about health care, and we haven't dealt with education, and we've got this war that has cost us hundreds of billions of dollars and thousands of lives, and has not made us any safer, has empowered Iran. What do you make of all this, Speaker? And Gingrich said, well, I got to admit that if I were the Democrats, my campaign slogan would just be two words: had enough. Had enough. Like I said, I don't quote Newt all the time, but I gotta say, old Newt is onto something right here. Because I don't know about you, but I've had enough of a can't do, won't even try style of government that we've been seeing in Washington. I've had enough of oil companies writing energy bills and drug companies writing drug bills. I've had enough of folks who act tough on TV. I want somebody who really is tough when it comes to our foreign policy and implementing our 9/11 Commission reforms, and most importantly, having some reverence for our armed services and our young men and women. That they are not expendable, that we don't use them to make political points, that we think through their missions before we send them, that we make sure that we bring them back and we treat them with the dignity and honor and respect that they deserve. I've had enough of that. I have had enough of terrorism being the top priority for 3 months right before the election on every even number year. I've had enough of that. Then when the war on terrorism is not a partisan battle, it's something that should unify all of us.
That's right.
When somebody tells me that I'm not committed to that battle, and I think about my 8-year-old daughter and my 5-year-old daughter, the notion that I would be challenged in terms of my commitment to make them safe makes my blood boil.
Yeah.
I've had enough of that. And I think actually it's not just Democrats that have had enough. Because one of the interesting things that I find as I travel all across the country is the number of not just independents but Republicans who will come up to me and say, you know, my party has left me. That I don't know what's happened. That we have come to represent absolutism and ideology instead of the practical common sense that has built this country and made it great. And so the question is, what can we do? Because in this race here in Virginia, we are seeing the emergence of somebody who all of us can be proud of, who all of us can recognize as a leader, somebody who doesn't just talk about war, but has experienced war, and has served, and has been identified as somebody whose heroism is unquestioned. We have somebody who served in government at every level, including Secretary of the Navy. We have somebody who's got the sophistication to write some best-selling novels, which is a good thing. You know, we like our warriors to be scholars and intellectuals as well. We have somebody who has been a teacher, somebody who has been a civic leader throughout his life, somebody who's... So let me just say this. This is the mood all across the country. But there's some places that are genuine battlegrounds. Right now, in order for the Democrats to win control of the Senate, we need 6 seats. Now, I already have counted 4 that we're going to get. I know where those 4 are going to come from. But we need a couple more. We need a couple more because there are going to be some Supreme Court appointments coming up. We need a couple more because it's time to make certain that we actually, if we're the country that spends the most on health care of any nation on earth, that we deal with the 46 million people who don't have health insurance, and that those who have health insurance will start bringing their co-payments and deductibles and premiums down. It's time that we create a world-class school system that allows our children to compete in a globalized world. It's time for us to fight for energy independence. I need a couple more seats to be able to do something about that, and there's no better place to